Listen to me. Time ain't waiting for you. Every second that passes, your dream either gets closer or it dies a little more. You're sitting there saying, I'll start tomorrow. But let me tell you something. Tomorrow ain't promised. You don't have another year, another month, or even another day to waste. You keep acting like you got time, but time is the one thing you can't get back. You can make more money, you can make more connections, but you cannot make more time. Some of you watching this right now are one decision away from changing your life forever, but you keep hitting snooze on your purpose. You keep saying, I'm not ready. Guess what? You'll never be ready. You gotta move anyway. So don't you dare click away. Don't you dare scroll, because in the next few minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly how people who were broken, and beaten by life flipped the clock in their favor and built $1 million mindset before the world ever believed in them. Listen to me. The most dangerous phrase in the world is, I'll start tomorrow. That sentence right there has killed more dreams than failure ever did. Because tomorrow sounds safe. Tomorrow sounds responsible. Tomorrow sounds like you've got time. But the truth is, you don't. Every tomorrow you promise yourself is a day stolen from your destiny. See, we've been trained to think that opportunity comes with comfort, but it doesn't. Opportunity comes dressed in discomfort, discipline, and decisions. Every time you hesitate, you're telling your dream you're not important enough yet, but that's the lie. The truth is, your dream has been waiting on you to stop waiting on the perfect situation. Let me tell you a story about Marcus, a real young man from Detroit. He was washing cars for a living, working 12-hour shifts in the freezing cold, making just enough to pay rent and keep his little sister in school. Every night, he'd sit on his bed and say, next year, I'll start my own detailing shop. I just need more money first. But next year turned into 5 years. One morning, he showed up to work, and his boss told him the company was shutting down. No warning, no severance, just gone. He went home that night angry, not just at his boss, but at himself. Because deep down, he knew he could have started years ago. That night, he made a choice. He grabbed one bucket, some soap, a vacuum, and started washing cars in his driveway. Rain, snow, or shine, he was out there. He didn't have a logo. He didn't have a website, but he had hunger. Within 6 months, his driveway turned into a small parking lot. Within a year, he was hiring help. And today, Marcus owns a full-service auto spa that brings in 6 figures a year. You know what changed? Not his resources, his response. You see, the difference between people who make it and people who don't isn't luck, it's urgency. Some people say, I'm waiting for a sign. The sign is the fact that you're still breathing. Some say, I'm waiting until I have the money. No, start where you are. Because if you can't manage a little, you'll never manage a lot. Every great story started with a small, uncomfortable beginning. When Steve Harvey slept in his car, he wasn't waiting for comfort, he was working in chaos. When Oprah got fired from her first TV job, she didn't wait to feel ready, she became ready. You're not supposed to have it all figured out before you move. You're supposed to move, then figure it out. Stop saying someday, make today your day one, because while you're hesitating, someone out there with less talent, less money, and fewer connections is doing the exact thing you keep postponing. Remember this, waiting will never make you ready, working will. You can't get the time back, but you can make the most of what's left. So stop waiting, start working, and let your actions speak louder than your excuses. Let me tell you something. Pressure is not your enemy. Pressure is proof that something great is being formed inside you. Diamonds don't shine because they're special. They shine because they've survived the pressure. You keep asking God to take the pressure away, but sometimes he's not trying to break you. He's trying to build you. See, most people run from pressure. They say, I can't take this anymore. But pressure doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're being forged. The most successful people you admire didn't escape pressure. They embraced it because pressure reveals what comfort hides. Let me tell you a story about Mel, a woman from Houston. She was a single mom of 2, working 2 jobs, cashier by day, cleaner by night. Every night she came home exhausted, but she had a dream to open her own daycare center. She kept saying, I'll do it when life slows down. But life never slowed down. The bills didn't stop. The kids still needed her. The world didn't give her space to dream. She had to create that space. One night, her 8-year-old son came up to her and said, Mom, when I grow up, I want to work hard like you. That hit her heart. Because she realized her son wasn't learning from what she said, he was learning from what she showed. That night, she stopped waiting for the pressure to end. She decided to turn it into purpose. Neil started small. She saved $5 from every paycheck. She took online courses on child development while her kids slept. She watched YouTube videos about business licenses. She built her dream in the cracks of her chaos. 2 years later, she opened her own daycare center. Today, she's not just providing for her kids, she's providing opportunities for other single mothers to work. Here's the lesson. Pressure produces purpose. The same way muscles grow under strain, your purpose strengthens when life pushes you. When you feel like you can go any further, that step is when you step closest to your breakthrough. You got to stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this trying to teach me? Pressure taught Maria how to lead, how to manage, how to believe in herself when no one else did. Pressure taught her resilience. Think about the greatest stories. You know, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, they all had a moment when the weight got too heavy, but they refused to quit. Kobe Bryant trained at 4 a.m., not because he liked pressure, but because he understood it. He knew that when the lights were brightest, pressure would separate the prepared from the pretenders. So when life feels heavy, don't fold. Focus. When people doubt you, don't panic. Push harder. Pressure is not your punishment, it's your preparation. Because here's the truth, pressure doesn't destroy strong people, it discovers them. And if you can stay calm, stay faithful, and stay grinding when the world is pushing against you, that's when your purpose comes alive. You were built for this. So don't pray for the pressure to stop. Pray for the strength to keep going through it. Because when the pressure ends, the promise begins. Listen to me. Discipline will take you places desire never could. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to be great. But when that alarm goes off at 4 a.m., when nobody's watching, when it's cold, when it hurts, when it's boring, that's when desire disappears and discipline has to take over. You see, desire gets you started, but discipline keeps you going when your feelings check out. Most people stop because they feel tired, they feel discouraged, they feel unmotivated. But winners, they don't move by feelings, they move by principle. Let me tell you about Jamal, a brother from Atlanta. For years, Jamal wanted to change his life. He started working out, then quit after 2 weeks. He started a business idea, then stopped when things got hard. He was always waiting to feel ready. One day, after another failed attempt, he looked in the mirror and said something that changed his life. I saw I'm not tired. I saw I'm just undisciplined. That one line woke him up. He realized it wasn't his circumstances holding him back. It was his consistency. He decided right there that his commitment would be stronger than his emotions. Jamal made a plan. He woke up at 5 a.m. every morning, even when he didn't feel like it. He started running, 1 mile, then 2, then 5. He stopped scrolling, stopped complaining, stopped waiting. He replaced comfort with commitment. After a year, he lost 80 pounds, ran a marathon, and built an online coaching business, helping others do the same. But here's the thing, it wasn't magic. It wasn't motivation, it was discipline. Discipline is doing what you said you'd do, long after the feeling you set it in has left. Motivation fades. Discipline doesn't step. Every day you skip because you don't feel like it. You teach your mind to quit when it gets uncomfortable. But every day you show up anyway. You rewire your brain to win. That's how habits are born. That's how legacies are built. Think about it. You brush your teeth every day, not because you're excited to, but because you're trained to. That's discipline. Now imagine if you trained your grind the same way. Imagine if success was your default setting, not your mood swing. You don't rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the level of your discipline. Discipline is why Kobe Bryant was in the gym before sunrise. It's why Serena Williams practiced hours longer than her opponents. It's why people who have less talent still win, because they were more consistent. You want to separate yourself from the average, then stop doing things when you feel like it and start doing them because you committed to it. Desire is easy. Everybody has it. But discipline, that's rare. That's the currency of greatness. So stop chasing motivation. Build discipline. Stop saying, I'll do it when I feel inspired. No, you do it because it's who you are now. When you can master your mornings, control your actions, and stay committed no matter how you feel, that's when your breakthrough happens. Because in the end, it's not the most talented who win, it's the most disciplined. Listen to me, pain is not your punishment, it's your power source. Most people run from pain, hide from it, or try to numb it, but the greats, they use it. They turn every scar into strategy, every loss into lesson, and every setback into a setup. You keep asking, why me? But the real question is, why not you? You've been chosen to go through what you're going through, not to break you, but to build you. Every storm you survived was training for the purpose you're about to walk into. Let me tell you a story about Jasmine, a young woman from Chicago. She grew up in a rough neighborhood, raised by her dad. They were tight, best friends. He was her hero. But when she was 15, her father passed away suddenly from a heart attack. Her world collapsed. Her grades dropped. She stopped showing up to class, stopped believing in herself. She told her teacher, what's the point anymore? One day she found her dad's old journal full of dreams he never got to chase. Things like start my own restaurant, travel the world, write a book. That journal hit her like a ton of bricks. She realized her dad's dreams died with him, but hers were still alive. That pain lit something in her. She started writing in that same journal every night, not about what she lost, but about what she was going to build. She promised her father she'd make him proud. She turned that grief into grit. Years later, that same journal became her first published book, a motivational guide for teens dealing with loss. It sold thousands of copies online. Today, Jasmine travels to schools across America, telling young people that pain isn't the end, it's the beginning of strength. You see, pain teaches you what comfort can't. Comfort makes you soft. Pain makes you sharp. Comfort gives you excuses. Pain gives you energy. Some of you keep praying for your pain to go away, but you don't realize that the pain is the path. You think your struggle disqualified you, but it actually qualified you. Think about it. Every successful person you know carries a story soaked in pain. Oprah was told she'd never make it. Tyler Perry lived in his car. Dwayne Johnson had only $7 left in his pocket. But instead of quitting, they fed on the pain. They said, this hurt, but it's not going to defeat me. It's going to define me. Pain is energy. You just have to choose where to direct it. You can use it to complain, or you can use it to create. You can use it to give up, or you can use it to go harder. So when life hurts, don't waste that pain. Channel it, use it. Let it remind you of what you're fighting for. Because when you learn to use pain as fuel, nobody can stop you. You become unstoppable because now even your scars have a purpose. Don't curse the pain. Thank it. It's shaping the version of you that can handle the blessing you've been praying for. Remember this, pain doesn't end your story. It writes it. Listen to me, focus is the difference between winners and wanderers. You can't hit a target you can't see. And too many of you are all over the place, chasing 10 things halfway instead of one thing all the way. You say you want success, but your attention is divided. You want to build a business, but you're scrolling for hours. You say you want to grow, but your energy is scattered. And here's the truth. What you focus on expands, but what you neglect disappears. You've got to lock in. You've got to treat your dream like it's oxygen, like your life depends on it, because it does. Let me tell you about Chris, a young videographer from Los Angeles. Chris had talent. He could shoot, edit, and design, but he had no direction. One week, he was filming weddings. The next, he was making music videos. Then he was editing birthday clips. He was chasing quick cash, not a clear calling. He was busy, but he wasn't building. Then one night, while editing another random event, something hit him. He realized he didn't love any of it. He loved motivational content. That's what fired him up. He thought if I like something, it should be something that sets my soul on fire. So he made a decision for 1 year. He would focus only on motivational storytelling. No weddings, no side gigs, no distractions. He studied editing styles, learned voice layering, color grading, music timing, everything. He started creating videos for free just to get better. He'd sleep on his couch with his laptop open, editing till sunrise. 2 years later, one of his videos got reposted by a famous athlete. Within days, his page blew up. Now he works full-time creating inspirational videos for global brands and top speakers. And when people ask him how he did it, his answer is simple. I stopped trying to be everything. I just focused on being excellent at one thing. See, success isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters with obsession. When your mind is scattered, your energy leaks. But when your mind is laser focused, your energy multiplies. Kobe Bryant said it best. I focus on one thing and one thing only. That's why he was unstoppable. He wasn't distracted by noise. He was married to the mission. You can't build a legacy while chasing everything. You've got to decide what deserves your full attention and then give it everything you've got. Focus doesn't mean saying yes. It means saying no to everything that doesn't serve your purpose. Turn off the distractions. Stop chasing trends. Stop letting people pull you in directions that don't align with your goals. If it sits not feeding your dream, it sits starving it. When you focus, you give your purpose permission to grow roots. You start to see progress, not just movement. You start to feel peace, not pressure. You start to master your craft instead of dabbling in mediocrity. So from this moment forward, promise yourself this: no more halfway, no more kind of, no more split focus. Go all in. Because the truth is, if you don't focus on your dream, someone will pay you to focus on theirs. Lock in, eliminate the noise, protect your attention like your life depends on it, because it does. Listen to me. You don't have forever. You keep acting like you got time, but the truth is you don't. The clock is ticking. And every minute you waste is one you'll never get back. The problem isn't that you don't have opportunities. It's that you're not living with urgency. You're moving like life owes you something, but it doesn't. You don't get to choose how long you live, but you do get to choose how hard you live while you're here. So many people are moving slow because of one thing: fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of what people will say. But hear me, fear has killed more dreams than failure ever will. You're so scared to lose that you never start. You're so afraid to fall that you never fly. Let me tell you a story about Tom, a man from Ohio. He worked at the same factory for 20 years. Every morning, he'd clock in at 7 a.m., clock out at 5, go home, eat dinner, watch TV, and repeat. He told himself, someday I'll start that tech idea I've been dreaming about, but someday kept moving further away. Then one Friday, the factory shut down. 20 years of loyalty gone in an announcement. He sat in his car for hours that day, staring at his hands, realizing the truth. He had spent 2 decades building someone else's dream while ignoring his own. That's when it hit him: I've been living safe, not significant. Instead of staying stuck, Tom decided to bet on himself. He learned coding online from scratch. He stayed up till 2 a.m. studying after putting his kids to bed. Within a year, he built an app to help local stores manage their deliveries. At first, only a few people used it, but he kept improving it, kept pushing. 2 years later, that same app was bringing in more money than his old job ever paid him. You know what changed? His urgency. He stopped waiting for the right time, because there's never a right time. There's only right now. Living urgent doesn't mean living in panic. It means living with purpose on fire. It means waking up every day like you're running out of time to make your mark, because you are. Stop saying one day, say day one. Stop letting fear make decisions for you. Fear is a liar. It shows up loud, but it has no power once you move. The cure to fear is action. When you move, fear fades. When you wait, fear grows. Living urgent means treating every opportunity like it could be your last, because one day it will be. You won't always have the energy, the health, the chance, or the people you have right now. So don't waste it playing safe. You weren't put on this earth to tiptoe through life and end up safely in the grave. You were put here to make impact, to live loud, to move with fire. So wake up with urgency. Live like your dream is on a deadline, because it is. And when people ask, why are you moving so fast? Tell them, because I don't have time to waste. I'm building something that will outlive me. Fear will keep you ordinary. Urgency will make you extraordinary. Don't let fear paralyze you. Let urgency propel you. Because when you live urgent, every second counts. Every move matters, and your purpose finally takes center stage. Listen to me, you're running out of time. Not because you're old, but because your dream's been waiting too long for you to show up. Every second you spend doubting yourself, someone else is out there executing your idea. So this is your moment, your season, your time to move like you mean it. Don't wait for January 1st. Don't wait for a miracle. Don't wait for somebody to believe in you. Believe in yourself now. Because one day that clock will stop, and all that will matter is what you did with the time you were given. So get up, lock in, be relentless. And remember what Eric Thomas always says. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you'll be great.